check this out. The year was 2013. You guys remember that? You guys around back then? And I was doing a Kickstarter. You guys remember Kickstarter?
Yeah.
It's still around too. Now the way these things work, I had an album and I was going to go tour the country. And in 2013, Kickstarter was super hot. Amanda Palmer, a few months earlier, had raised $1 million doing it, and me, like a lot of other musicians, thought that looks pretty good. I think I'll try that too. I didn't make the million, but I did it. And if you don't know how it works, specifically Kickstarter, there's a goal that you set, and if you hit the goal, you get the money. If you don't, nobody gets charged or anything, and you can exceed the goal. That's how you can raise $1 million. But if you don't make it, nobody gets nothing. So I started doing my Kickstarter. I was 20 days in, and I get the email that I'm gonna hit my goal, thus get all the money and all that jazz. So I was super excited. I threw my hands up in the air, and I thought, I'm gonna get a tattoo. And so I ran out. The thing is, G-Love, you guys know G-Love?
Yeah.
I heard that G-Love had gotten Lemonade tattooed on his arm when he got a record contract, and I thought, nobody's offering me a record contract, it's probably as close as it's gonna get. So I was gonna go get a tattoo right now. So I was gonna get Keep Moving on my arm. It was one of the song titles from the album. And so I ran across the street. This is in Bushwick, Brooklyn. So I ran across the street to a tattoo shop. I passed a million times, but I had never been inside. And it's probably about 8:30 at night or something like that. So I go in, the tattoo guy's like working on somebody. They got the AC/DC blaring. It's a long way to town. You know? So I was like, hey, can you fit me in with just some text tonight? I want to get some text on my deltoid. Like you might imagine, he said, no, you got to make an appointment. You know, talk to the person at the front door. And I was like, actually, it needs to be tonight. So I'm just gonna find a new spot. So I turned and I started walking out of the place. He was like, hey, wait a second. If it's just text, old Jimmy in the back room will do it. So I look around him to the back room, and there's Jimmy, and he's staring at the wall. He's got tattoos all over his face, and he's just staring at the wall. Like, I'm not on the wall, he's just staring at it. And I thought, all right, fuck it, let's try this. I go back there, and I was like, okay, Jimmy, I want to keep moving on my arm. And I told him, you know, I'm putting out this record. I'm going to go tour around the country and everything. He's like, oh, that's awesome. So he turns around, and he was sticking his tongue out when he was, like, drawing the mock-up, which I thought kind of made him look like a kindergartner or something. That seems weird. And anyway, he turns back around with the mock-up, and he shows me, and it says, keep moving, with a G on it. And I was like, oh, shit, Jimmy, I forgot to tell you, it's actually Keep Moving. It's a song title. It's Move In. You know, drop the G and add an apostrophe. And I could just see in his face, he doesn't understand what I'm saying. You know, drop the G, add an apostrophe. And I'm just repeating it. Drop the G, add an apostrophe. He's not getting it. He turns back around, and he, you know, draws for a second. He shows me again, and he dropped the G, but the N looks a little funny, and the apostrophe is on the wrong side of the N. And I thought, that's close enough for rock and roll, you know? So check this out. I guess I was bleeding a lot because he was like, oh, are you anemic? And I was like, no, I don't want you diagnosing me with anything here, Jimmy. You know? But no, I'm not anemic. And so I get the tattoo. I tip him, you know, way too much because I'm so excited. I'm telling him about the tour I'm going on. It's Austin, going south by southwest. And so I did. I left town. I traveled all over the country, drove a car like 10,000 miles. On that trip, I met in the streets of Austin, Roscoe, who's playing after me tonight. He was I was showing everybody my tattoo, my shitty tattoo, and I was telling them about my new friend Jimmy and everything. I get back to New York and, you know, drove a car 10,000 miles, ended up at my own front door. Shit, you know, what do I do now, you know? Years go by, and I see Jimmy in a bar called the Cobra Club. And I recognized him because he had fucking tattoos all over his face. And so I was like, hey Jimmy, you gave me this tattoo on my arm. It's real bad. This is the funny part. He goes, yeah, I get that all the time. So I'll show you afterwards. So he said, come in sometime and I'll fix it for you. And I thought, fool me once, Jimmy. Anyway, this is a song called Keep Moving.
Nice.
Drop the G, add the apostrophe. Dragging your heels, look slow your life down. Make the choice to stand or sit down. To me that choice is simple, I'm on the move. Not one single hour of my life will I lose. That's why I keep moving on. Keep moving on. By and by that man keep consuming. But when you die, that will they were nothing now. I don't know too much, one thing I missed to show. One day that grim reaper will be knocking at my door. That's why I keep moving on. Keep moving on. And I covet no gold. I just need my guitar to satisfy my soul. The music's true, it takes my breath away. It makes me move, makes me stand up and say I'm gonna keep moving on. Keep moving on. On my dying day, whenever that should be, I'll be standing at the pearly gates, kicking it with those same people. Take a look back at my life. Everything I've done, St. Peter will say, Carl, you just keep moving on. You just keep moving on. That's my time tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Stay tuned for Aggie Birch.